You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rhodes Rants for Black and White Sports. Let's talk about the Olympics because there has been a decision handed down by way of the IOC. They have polled athletes, and there will be no protesting at the Olympics in Tokyo or the Olympics in Beijing. And this is very interesting because the athletes themselves come back and said, no, we don't want protesting at the medal ceremonies or at the actual events themselves. I think they're going to allow something during maybe the opening ceremony, but that is going to be about it. Very quickly, make sure you check out blackandwhitenetwork.com. Exclusive content from myself and John Matrixx. We do exclusive joint videos, exclusive live streams, and if you are a silver member, you will be able to participate in member hangouts with myself and John Matrixx. Also, check out this LaChina James 2.0 t-shirt. Grab it out of the merch store. Promo code Gina Rocks, all one word, will get you 15% off anything in the merch store. Now, let's get to this story that is probably got Megan Rapinoe livid right now. Who cares? Podium protest to be banned at Tokyo Olympics after athletes polled. IOC asked more than 3,000 athletes for their views. 2/3 support the ban. How refreshing is that? Athletes will not be allowed to take a knee or protest against human rights abuses on the podium of Tokyo 2020 or Beijing 2022 Olympics after 2/3 of the competitors polled said they supported a ban remaining in place. Keep in mind, I know they brought up human rights abuses. They also can't protest any SJW social justice woke narratives either. The International Olympic Committee had come under sustained pressure to relax Rule 50, which stops athletes from demonstrating on the podium, the field of play, or at the opening or closing ceremonies after the global anti-racism protests last year. However, the IOC will keep the ban after 3,547 athletes from 185 countries found 70% believed the field of play and official ceremonies were not the appropriate place for protest. 67% supported a ban at the podium. So I guess they're not going to do it at the opening or closing ceremonies either. There were some rumors of that, but I guess not. Kirsty Pkwy, the IOC Athletes Commission chair, declined to say what would happen to a modern-day Tommy Smith and John Carlos, the American sprinters who raised their fists in a Black Power salute at the Mexico Games in '68, but said lawyers were working on a proportionate response. I'm not a lawyer, so it is a little bit out of my realm. We're asking the Legal Affairs Commission to come up with a range of different sanctions so that everyone knows going into the games what they can and cannot do. Athletes could still share their views at press conferences, but in the IOC Athletes Commission document, athletes are reminded that freedom of speech is not absolute and may be limited under certain restrictions, which it says covers the Olympic Games. Pkwy did, however, promise there would be increased opportunities for athletes' expression during the games, such as including having a moment of solidarity against discrimination at the opening ceremony. Maybe that's what I was reading, which 48% of the respondents rated as important. So, the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee said it will not punish athletes for demonstration, such as kneeling or raising a fist. Well, that could end up being a real issue. The United States is not going to punish them, but it looks like the Olympic Committee would. So it'll be interesting to see. Will United States athletes give the middle finger to the IOC Olympic Committee and go ahead and protest anyway? I would love to see a demographic breakdown between the U.S. and every other country that decided to say they did not support any form of protesting. It should be noted that's about 2,350 athletes. I actually did the math prior to making this video that does not support protesting at these Olympic Games 2020, which is now 2021, and 2022 in Beijing. So that's interesting. Will that drive us to want to watch the Olympics more? I know a lot of people are just bored with the Olympics. They don't watch anymore. I actually tend to be more of a Winter Olympic guy. Some of the bobsledding and things like that. The event where they walk cross country on the skis and then stop and shoot, curling, that sort of thing. Yeah, I actually do kind of watch some of that stuff. But I'm not super engaged. Somewhere, Megan Rapinoe, last year, like in January, I believe, she come out and she was pissed because they wasn't going to be able to kneel at the Olympics, et cetera, and she put a poster out, virtue signaling, all about how upset she was that she wasn't going to be able to do that. In fact, you know what? I can show you that poster. I've got it right here. I found it while I was looking this up. Let's see. I don't know if that shows it. Yeah, it's right there on the right. Kneeling, hand gestures, signs. I guess there's no way for me to blow this up during the actual video, but and it basically says we will not be silenced, etc., etc. We know how Megan Rapinoe gets down, so we'll find out. We'll find out what happens at the Olympics. But look, so many people don't even watch the Olympics anymore. Their ratings have progressively gone down. It has been known for a good long time that NBC from a rating standpoint has been overpaying for the Olympics just to keep it, even though they know what they're paying is not going to equal what they get in ad revenue back. But they want to keep the Olympics on their network. So, I don't understand that business 101, but who knows? They see it as an opportunity to be able to advertise their other products on TV, okay? So we're not talking about Tide commercials here. We're talking about Law & Order, SVU, Part 4, or whatever we're on right now. Good God. Tell me what you think. Does this make you want to watch the Olympics more or less? Somehow, I believe a lot of you are going to be completely indifferent and are just out on sports. Maybe this side of UFC and pro wrestling. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.